Now, before that, though, how was your weekend, ladies? Did you have a good one?
I did.
Nolene, Colleen?
Nolene. You can call me Nolene. That's like Colin Nolan that I got called last week. I had a one of the best weekends I've ever had. And you'll have to watch Dancing on Ice Friday, next Friday, to see why.
We just
had, well, there's ice involved.
Yes.
And there's a certain song, very famous skating song involved. And Ben Shepherd, even better.
Is he in lycra?
It might be.
Ooh.
And I'm very stiff today. My legs are hurting. Oh, yeah.
So you've been skating then?
No, that was nothing to do with the skating, I'll tell you that. Me and Ben were like that.
So we shall watch with interest Friday night, then.
Great.
She's obviously not going to tell us,
I
are
can't,
you?
because it's just too funny.
Oh, well, I had a few, you know, I had a kind of whole week of birthday celebrations, and then on Friday night, my lovely Eamon had organised a surprise dinner with all my girlfriends from school, and they'd all been lying to me. They've all been lying to me for weeks. So we were all trying to get together, and they kept saying, oh, I can't make that weekend, and I can't do this. And eventually I thought, oh, well, that's not going to happen. And it was supposed to just be 3 of us getting together on Saturday night. And Eamon said, I'm just taking you out for dinner on Friday. And I was a bit like, oh, I hate going out Friday nights. I'm always really tired. So I was kind of dragging my heels a bit, got to the restaurant, and he said, oh, I think our table's over there, and it was pointing, and I thought, that looks like my friend Jenny over there from school, and that looks like Julie. Oh my God, it is Jenny and Julie. Yeah, and he'd organised the whole thing, a cake. I had no idea. People? About 15.
Oh,
and I had
and Eamon?
No, he left.
Oh, he left?
He left.
Even better. He didn't stay.
No, well, you know what it's like as well. When it's old school friends and very old friends, you do all that. Oh, do you remember that day in double maths when you did? You know, it's that for everybody else. So yeah, so he kind of paid, which was good. He left his credit card. Yeah,
it was my kind of man. I like Eamon.
He was excused.
Yeah, it was very nice.
I had a nice weekend. There was lots of ice involved in mine, but it was mostly in the vodka. We had our friends, the Duffys, down from Newcastle. So Louis, who normally has quite a posh little accent, suddenly becomes a Geordie all of a sudden. Say, Louis, go and get your pyjamas off. I didn't know with just because Owen and Bradley are there. But, so we had quite a... Tim compared for Sport Relief. He did a football match between Waterloo Road and Corrie and Emmerdale and Hollyoaks and things. And I did a fashion show. And for Christie's and Louis...
Did what?
Well, I didn't model.
Oh, I was going to say.
Sure.
What kind of fashion was it?
Thank you, Colleen. No, I compared the fashion show, which was lovely, in aid of Christie's, and Louis did the modelling. And I was so proud of him because he's obsessed with Michael Jackson at the moment and had a little Michael Jackson party the other week. And so they asked him to do this little bit, so he sort of walked up at the end and took his jacket off, did his little body popping and everything. Oh. And there was all these little girls around the front, the ones who's already been on. And suddenly Louis was going, high-fiving all the kids like he was in boy zone. Oh. So well, it was lovely.
I didn't do it. Oh, there he is!
He's doing that crutchy thing. Yes, that's what Michael Jackson did.
Well, I didn't. I worked all weekend, but Mark left me because every time I have to do loads of work, he just clears off up to Manchester.
Is that because you're horrible when you're working?
No, I'm just boring. I don't go out. I don't do anything. But the best thing about it is, right? He's not watching now because he's on the train. It's great when he goes away because it means I can eat like things that you can't eat when you've got to sleep with somebody.
Well, like garlic.
No, pilchards. Do you know what? I love pilchards, I love sardines, I love all that really stinky fish. And it stinks so bad. Most of the time you can't even recycle the can, it stinks that bad.
Did you have it with instant mash?
I did. I was like, oh, he's gone. Right, instant mash, pilchards, sardines, a few peas.
You know how to live, Carol McGiffin, don't you? Crack open a tin of pilchards and she's happy. Now then, can I tell you that there is some good news, actually, because it might be months away, but forecasters are already predicting that this summer will be the hottest on record. Yeah, I know, see, you don't believe it.
Because you know it won't happen.
Some are suggesting that temperatures might even smash those of that hot summer of 76. Do you remember that? And with summer in mind, Gordon Brown revealed in an interview this weekend how, as a child, he spent most summer holidays on a farm. So it sounds as though his school holidays were all a bit repetitive. So what about your childhood holidays? What were they like? Were they the same every year? Or?
Well, they were actually, because we didn't go away, so we were just at home, so we were just out all the time, always out. And, you know, I hate it when people start trying to predict the weather. It never happens, and everyone groans, go, oh, yeah, we go again. So it probably won't. But, you know, there is this kind of idea that when we were little, it was much, much hotter every summer. I don't think it was. I just think that you remember the hot days.
As a kid,
you don't notice so much, but you just remember, you know, lovely hot days much more than you do when you're sitting inside bored and freezing cold. So I do think it was quite warm. But the one thing I do remember is we always used to, because we didn't have a car or anything, we were little, and no one we knew had a car. If we wanted to go to the seaside, a couple of times we tried to walk there. We tried to walk from Maidstone to Sheerness, which is at least a couple of times. It's a really long way.
Did you ever make it?
No, we didn't. No, but the one time I remember that we nearly dehydrated and almost passed out and got picked up on the way back by a sympathetic lorry driver.
So you tried to walk without water?
We were like that, ice cold and Alex on the roadside. Help! But on the way back, he dropped us off at this farm. We went into this farm. We found this big barn with loads of hay in it, and it was like, I don't know, about 30 feet high. And we all got on top of this thing and dared each other to jump off into a little hay bale that we didn't know how deep it was. So we could have all broken our legs on the way back. And the farmer found us and sent the geese in and sent us out. We've been chased by geese around the farm. Much more exciting than going to the seaside.
She ran home for a tin of pilchards.
Yeah. I was lucky because, of course, I grew up at the seaside in Blackpool, so we were always on a summer's day, we were at the beach or walking along the prom. And my memories of summer at the park with my family playing rounders, because there's like 25,000 of us in our family.
2 teams.
So we didn't even need to get outsiders in, we just had our own made-up team. But it was great, and like you say, I never worried about the weather. I think when you're younger and it's school holidays, so you've got those 6 weeks off, it doesn't matter what the weather's like, you're outside the whole time.
You're just happy to be off school, right?
Yeah, and you don't want to be indoors.
It is a bit depressing that we keep going on about the summer of '76 because we're in 2010. It's ridiculous.
4 years ago.
But my memories, although we did go abroad, but we always went on ferries and stuff, we didn't fly then. But I remember all the holidays of ours being in England, and it was always in the car, in the hot car. And Mum always had to stop at the shop at the end of the road and get like a family pack of beech nut chewing gum. She always had to have this family pack.
What is beech?
Oh, yeah, it was
in the
like
green and yellow
like
little square
sort of
packets,
thing, but she always had to have the sort of the full,
a brand?
the full thing. Yeah, it was like a brand, but I don't think they make it anymore. Debbie and I always in the back, and it was because I hate anything digital and technical, but when you used to have the car radio with just like the red line that went up like that, just always having that where it would go, like that. And my dad, who never sang anything, he just used to go, it was always strangers in the night. And then Mum going to Debbie and I, do you two feel sick? No, have a quell. Just to drug us. It was purely just to drug us, I'm sure, so we always slept.
Do you know, Sally, I remember the summer of '76, so I was doing my O-levels, and that's why I claim I failed most of them, because I was out sunbathing in all that hot weather. Well, they say it's going to be really hot this August, so we will see. Time will tell. We've got to